The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. Now a first down throw. Gone. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Danielle Hunter. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. On second down, here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner and number 1 overall pick from Oklahoma. It's Sam Bradford.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
First down, Bradford. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, trying to start it out with a bang. But it's second down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss. Last week you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there, another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described, and I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well, and he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
Here's Bradford. And the Rams got him. They bring him down big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
It's caught inside the 25. A huge play that time for the Rams. 61 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Rob Gronkowski, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. The play fake to Cook. Here's Bradford. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eli Harold. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Now, remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And it is now 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking...
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Mario Edwards in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks? Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. Meanwhile, over in Lambeau, an update. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. That one clearly still early, but that would be a bit of a surprise. On first down, it's gone. Caught on the right side by Jones. Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, L.A. Julio Jones, 82 yards. And the Rams add on to their lead. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is. But he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the defense for Los Angeles as they head out to set up shop. And we're going to get a peek at some of the hits that have helped them get this first half lead.
And you know how the best hits happen? By being really good on that side of the ball in terms of fundamentals, being in the right spot, diagnosing plays well, and being there at the point of attack. They are really making it happen.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. That's now 4 tackles for loss if you add the 3 he had last week to the 1 here in the first quarter.
And some of it comes from vision. And when you're playing defensive end, especially with those teams that want to take their D-ends and move them out a little bit.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mario Edwards coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Sua Cravens in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? I mean, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line. Jared Goff and the Rams headed back onto the field. And a trio of touchdown passes so far. They've got the lead as well. All is good in their football world at this point.
And it's so much fun for our colleagues, right? Think about our producer, our director, everyone putting together these shots. Wouldn't you love to be in the truck right now and hear him calling for it? Give me that one, give me that one, give me that one. And we just saw 3 beautiful touchdown passes.
Now he's looking for 4. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Goff on first down. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. Oh, and now he bowls him over.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the 50, it's Goff. Caught by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 22.
Super. Value 3.
On first and 10, Goff. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
To the air again, Goff. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's how you pick up a first down. You know where the sticks are, you know where the first down marker is, and you find a way to get there. That's called having vision.
He had a lot of vision last week, didn't he? NFC Offensive Player of the Week, he was dominant. Trying to punch it in with Howard. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
They'll try the air now with Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Rob Gronkowski with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Rams have got it on cruise control. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Sam Bradford now along with the Vikings heading back out there. In 2nd quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chris Jones in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Bradford. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 3rd and long for Bradford. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Chris Jones in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. A 2nd quarter score from down in Houston. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. Eli Manning with 1 touchdown pass thus far. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Open man left side is Gronkowski.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
From the red zone now, Goff rifles one complete into the hands of Gronkowski. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Rob Gronkowski on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Rams just continue to pour it on. Zuerlein now for the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive, 4 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Sam Bradford heading back out as he and his offense get ready to go again. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Going with a screen for Murray. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. They go play action here on first down. An incomplete, an excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On second down, Bradford again. Murray fighting, lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. He's going to fire one deep up, and this is caught. Touchdown, L.A. Tajae Sharpe, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams have got it on cruise control.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Latavius Murray getting set to go again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
On 1st and 10, Bradford. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now a second down throw for Bradford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Murray fighting, lost the football, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
Following the fumble recovery, Goff. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tajae Sharpe, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Rams just continue to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Sam Bradford now along with the Vikings heading back out there. I think this crowd not really sure what to make of things. You know, their guys have not looked very good. Their leader here at the top, he hasn't looked that great either.
And most of the time you hear guys talk about how they don't let the crowd affect them or they block it off. Well, that's not really fully true because a lot of the times you ride the wave of emotion with a crowd when it's positive for you. In this case, they've got to find a way to shake it off and at least get something done.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second down, Bradford. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. In search of something here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Bradford getting his guys ready. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 7-yard line. Here's Ryan Quigley now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. On first down, Goff. He's going to let this one go deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, LA. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Rams have got it on cruise control. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And the route is on here in this first half. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Shift together here from the D-line. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Rams opening drive. Williams is wide open down the field, and he'll go in for the touchdown as they get out to a 7-0 lead. First and 10. Davis got nobody around him on the deep pass, and he'll be tackled at the 16-yard line. Later on the drive, Goff's got to complete the pass, and it leads to a touchdown as they move out in front, 14-0. Midway through the first quarter, the pass ends up being picked off. Harold's is going to run it all the way back for the score. The Rams up now by 21. Now first and 10. Jones is by himself here, and that goes as an 82-yard touchdown. Rams up now by 28. First and 10. Gronkowski's got nobody around him on the catch, and it leads to a touchdown as the blowout is on. Now following the fumble, Sharp's wide open down the field. And this great play will go for 6. The blowout continues. Now 1st and 10. Goff's on point with the throw, and this goes 25 yards for the score. Continuing a high-scoring half. Down to late in the second. Davis wide open on the deep pass, and this long run goes for a touchdown.
Okay, Larry, a fairly one-sided first half as we get set to go in the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. While we have a minute, we remind you that later tonight we'll have a couple of NFC East rivals squaring off, the Eagles and the Cowboys from Big D.
Or Arlington. Got to make sure we get it right.
To be more precise there in the Metroplex. Then tomorrow night, Week 11, we'll wrap up with a playoff rematch from the divisional round a year ago, the Falcons and Seahawks, but this time from Seattle. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
The Vikings on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is third down and 12. From the gun, Bradford. And this is going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. We just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Ryan Quigley now. He's been terrific so far. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Caught right side, Davis. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Running with Howard. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. This is Howard on second down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And the play clock's running down. On first down, they run with Howard. And running with power here. And down inside the 15 he goes. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On the handoff, this is Howard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A give to Howard. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jordan Howard, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Rams just continue to pour it on. Zuerlein now for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And finishing it off with a touchdown run was Jordan Howard. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. A first down throw for Bradford. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's second down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
A second down throw for Bradford. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
You talk about a combo that works really well. Sam Bradford, short, dart-throwing quarterback, and Kyle Rudolph able to work the seams inside and make those tough catches.
Now Rudolph wound up shattering his career. The Vikings on third down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Bradford. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Andrew Billings able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Telling us stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Jordan Howard, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams have got it on cruise control. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that. Here's Bradford, and they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better. And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better. Throwing again. Bradford on 2nd and 10. And the pressure gets to Bradford, and down he goes. Eddie Goldman able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again. Looking for Floyd, and it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone. And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense. They run with Howard. Powerful running, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. From the 2-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Jordan Howard taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over. I know the fat lady's been singing for some time. No, not her at all. This is one of our guys. But she's singing, too. Oh, she's singing. She's on, like, the 5th tune at this point. She left Scales way behind, but he's just saying something about turning out the lights. The party was over. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Bradford to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I can't help it. I'm just sitting back in admiration right now. This defense tells everyone that plays against them, you're not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's what we're about. It's not going to happen. If you're going to beat us, you better pick another way.
And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So for L.A., they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL.